Teacher, and I'm here today with Brittany.
Hi.
Brittany is a fourth grade teacher here in our district. So tell us a little bit about your teaching experience so far.
So I am a first year teacher and I'm a teacher fellow. So I'm also in grad school, but we're almost done. So I'm really excited.
Okay, so we're here today because we are going to look at her. This is one of her cabinets we're going to be looking at. And then she's got another cabinet on the other side of the room that we'll walk over and look at. But just kind of start out telling us what is going on here in this cabinet. I feel like this is, I've had a lot of teachers reach out to me about this. So
my black hole.
Yes.
I feel like this is just a place where I can shove things and then close the door, but then it's not an effective use of space. And so I want this to be a place where I can like house all my resources, but then also if kids need to come get something, they know where it is instead of having to like dig through and find it. And so it's really what I'm wanting is just a place that's neat and organized that is effective for me and effective for my students.
I feel like the cabinets are like the heartbeat of the classroom. Like if they're disorganized, then you're going to have a hard time getting the rest of your classroom organized.
Yeah, because the other day I was looking for glue sticks and I was like trying to pull things out of the way to get glue sticks and kids were like going crazy because they didn't have glue. We were doing the Big Owl project and they didn't have glue. And so if I just would have known where the glue was, then it would have made things so much easier.
Okay, so right now I'm looking, you've got books and then this looks like random stuff?
Yeah, random stuff. This is like glue and some other school supplies. We didn't end up using paint and stuff. And then this is extra spirals, just extra paper. So just this is pretty much all extra school supplies. And same with this. And then there's some games in the back.
Okay.
More games and dictionaries. And then down here is kind of where the paper just seems to be
never ending.
Yes.
Okay. And then okay, so you have another cabinet over on that side of the room.
Yes.
So this is like your, well, tell us what this is.
My idea was because I don't have a teacher desk in here, this would have been my desk, and then the U shape was supposed to be more as like guided reading. But as the year went on, both just seemed to like kind of be taken over by both. And so really I would like this to kind of be like my teacher space, but like a space that I can utilize, not I don't feel like I have a lot of things that I need to like house for myself, but just like guided reading stuff and my plans and things that make the classroom more efficient that the kids don't necessarily need to get to, but it's for them. So I feel like, you know, the textbooks and stuff that are up there, that's not something I need to use for them every day. So that stuff can come off and just little things like that so that I'm able to put things that will really benefit them on the shelf.
Yeah, I agree. So I think this we should kind of call like your teacher command center.
Okay.
So you can see it right here. She's got 2 sets of drawers for your lesson plans.
Yeah, so anything I need for the week goes in there.
So I'm thinking, what if you, okay, so my mind always thinks in like segmenting things off. So like if this is going to be your teacher center, then now let's segment off your shelves. So everything down here is going to be materials for teaching. Okay. So here's your like whole group lesson plans. And I wonder if you can get another 3-drawer thing like this or some kind of basket or something that you can put over here that houses all of your guided reading books and lessons.
Yeah.
Where do you keep or do you like your guided reading tools? Like if you have comprehension questions or do you have anything like that?
So I have like these like talking chips and cubes that I got from the Kagan workshop. And then I also use these. They're like drawing conclusions cards. And so I really use these a lot. And then anytime I'm taking like running records or stuff, that comes from the guided reading binder.
This is like one of those cool IKEA carts. What do you have in there?
Honestly, I feel like this just goes like everything that when I'm like cleaning or when kids hand me something, then I don't know what to do with it at the time. I just like throw it in here, which is not what this cart was supposed to be for guided reading. It was my idea. And I feel like it just collects stuff now. And the fact that it's kind of put to the side, I think hinders me from being able to use it effectively because then I do just tend to like throw things in there.
Okay. So I like the idea that's what I was going to say is guided reading for this cart. So you could even think about like sectioning off each tray to be, you probably have more than 3 guided reading groups, right?
Yes, I actually have 6.
Okay. So you could use these and have like a fluency, a comprehension, and what's my other one? Phonics.
Okay.
I don't know how much phonics you do because you're 4th grade, but
no, but they still need help with a lot of that.
But you could like section off each shelf. That way, materials that are for that teaching that thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then putting a label on it, because I think when you put labels on things and you like designate that this is what goes here,
because there's obviously no designation. It's just the junk drawer of the house. Like I feel like this is,
and I think a junk drawer is like a valid thing and that we should have them, but they need to be small and concise. I'm thinking lesson materials. Do you think you could do your guided reading stuff in this area, or do you have like too much?
No, I think I could do it there.
Okay.
And I think that will also help me because I'm really bad about putting the books back into the literacy library when I'm done. And so then one week I'll end up taking like a whole ton of books over there. But if I had like a small condensed space, then I would know, okay, once the week is over, I'm not going to have space to house another set of books.
Right.
So I need to go put these back and be more efficient in that.
Or another thing you could do is let the kids keep those books for a week or two in their book bags.
Yeah.
And then like have a spot to house. I don't know about y'all's, but our literacy library, they come in like plastic gallon bags.
Yeah,
all the
that's
books,
what ours is too.
You know, and then I just have a basket where I put all those plastic bags. I'm thinking this shelf right here that has like your Kagan books. So I'm trying to think, in my classroom, I have like, I have a shelf of read aloud books that are mine that I like, don't want anything. I have a shelf for that. And then I have another shelf where I keep all of my teaching resources. Not all of them, but like my Kagan books or things that I use like pretty actively, I keep on the top shelf. So you could even do that, like your teaching resources. You could do the books here and then plans here. Your cute little decoration stuff, maybe even putting it up here.
So that I'm able to.
And because I think like having cute decoration stuff in your classroom, I think it's important because
it makes it a little bit more.
It makes it homey. Like, so don't like. I don't think get rid of it at all. Even if you wanted to go through some of these books and decide like what is pertinent that I use on a daily basis, and maybe put them over here. Like all this be book stuff, read aloud, teacher books, your binders, and then this whole thing just be your cute little nicky nacky. Yeah, you know. That's an idea too. So kind of like we did in that cabinet over there, how I talked about segmenting off your shelves, I would try to do the same over here. So over there, that's going to be all of your like, so in my classroom, I have like, I see 3 cabinet bookshelf things in your room, and that's what I have too. So I have one shelf that is full of all of my school supply, like things that are, I call it my kid cabinet because they don't necessarily get in there, but it's things that
can help them and that they'll need.
Yes. And then I have my teaching command center kind of thing, like we just talked about over there. And then my last cabinet is like where I store like decorations, like more teacher stuff. I think utilizing this cabinet for like your kids stuff would be good. We talked before we came on, we talked about, you mentioned doing like a shelf per subject. You mentioned something about that. I think that would be a really good strategy. When I taught all 4 subjects, I did that. I had a cabinet per subject, and everything science was on that cabinet in baskets with labels on them. Another thing I tell people is to have a cabinet, or even in this case, maybe a shelf of things that are yours. Like they have to stay with you. You can't get rid of them. Yeah. But they belong to the school.
I remember telling Leslie that to like keep those separate so that it's easy to just.
So maybe this bottom drawer could be all the stuff that you can't get rid of, but it's not yours either. I just keep that away. I don't even ever go in that cabinet because it's like, I don't want to deal with it. So maybe we can make your bottom shelf that, and then do reading, writing, or I guess reading, writing, social studies.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could put the journeys books with your social studies stuff, depending on how it all, how many.
Fits.
Yeah. And then do another shelf of school supplies.
Okay.
I would encourage you to try and get rid of those
Yes.
if you can, because then that gives you another shelf.
Yeah.
Because then you could have, like, ideally 2 shelves of teaching supplies and then 3 for...
And being a first year, I had no idea, like, how the library worked. Like, if we would go every week. Whenever I was student teaching in first grade, they only got to take 1 book home. And so I wanted them to have more books, I guess. But my kids are older. They're allowed to take home 3. They only really utilize my library if they're wanting an extra book that I have, the library maybe doesn't.
Right.
And so I feel like they don't even know these are up here. They won't miss them if they're gone.
Yeah.
So I definitely, at the end of the school year, I'm going to get rid of that and give it back to the teacher that had them first.
Yeah, because there's no sense in it taking up space in your room. Okay, so what do you think about that as a game plan? You have these baskets over here.
Yes.
Let me grab them real quick. So I would kind of like I did. Oh, you can't see our baskets. Pretty, pretty baskets. I love baskets.
I know, me too.
So I think these baskets would be good for like your school supplies.
Yeah.
So like glue, markers. I would give each school supply
its own box.
Okay. Because then what I do at the beginning of the year is, like, I have a box for every school supply, and I take the box out and I set them out on my U table or on the ground or wherever I have space. And then kids, you do community supplies?
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So then the kids just come in on back to school night or meet the first day of school, and they just drop their markers in everywhere.
Wherever it goes.
And then I just take it and put it right back
Which
where
is
it
so
already
nice,
lives.
because I did cardboard boxes, and then I was having to find boxes, and then I was having to, shuffle through all of the stuff. And so I like that idea of just putting it in the box that's going to go in, and then just putting it away.
Yeah. So decide, like this would probably be a good blue bottle box, one of these open ones, whereas like these ones with lids on them would be good for like pencils or things that could fit in there a little bit better. And then just put them in here with labels. So I think that's a good game plan.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Brittany is a big Instagrammer. She helps me out with my Instagram game. So tell the people watching where we can find you.
At Grade 4 Galore.
So it's the number 4, right?
No.
Oh,
F-O-U-R. Everything is spelled out. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So go follow her. She posts lots of stories and they're fun to watch. So, okay. Thank you. This was fun. Okay. Bye, Facebook world.